My friend discovered it while traveling in southeastern Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. It's about 2.1 inches long and has a shape that resembles an anteater, with legs that look like those a show's. It looks really cool. Does anyone have any idea what kind of bug this might be? This is Rhinastus stenocornis, a type of beetle. It measures between 0.71 and 1.46 inches in length. This large species has very long legs and a long, strongly curved beak. The granulation of the pronotum and elytra can vary. Its color ranges from pale to a deeper tan or yellowish hue. They breed in bamboo. The females puncture the young shoots and lay one egg in each hole. The larvae then develop in the internodes of the bamboo and are considered pests of these plants. I came across this crazy-looking creature that seemed ready to attack. It's brown, with sharp, jagged jaws. Impressive is how fast it runs, like the wind. Any idea what kind of bug this could be? This is a solifugi, commonly known as sun spiders, camel spiders, or wind scorpions. Most solifagae are found in dry climates and feed opportunistically on ground-dwelling arthropods and other small animals. The largest species can grow to 5 to 6 inches long, including their legs. They have large chelicerae, with each chelicera consisting of 2 segments, forming a powerful pincer similar to that of a crab. Although solifagae appear to have 5 pairs of legs, only the last 4 pairs are true legs. They chase you because they are seeking shade to escape the sun. If you observe them closely, you can even see them breathing. I found something on my backpack. They're tiny yellow beads that look like insect eggs of some sort. I'm not sure what they are, but it almost seems like they're forming a logo. Any idea what they could be? These are vaporer moth eggs. The female lays several hundred eggs on the outside of her empty cocoon, usually on a host plant or something nearby. The species overwinters in the egg stage. Each egg is brownish, rounded, and slightly flattened on both the top and bottom. A small, darker depression is visible on the upper side of the egg. I found it in an old glass Listerine bottle. The beetles are large and orange, with what seems to be piles of dead flies or possibly larvae underneath. The smell was absolutely unbearable, even just being near the bottle. Does anyone know what kind of bug this could be? This is Nigrophorus vespillo, a carrion beetle. These beetles are large, measuring between 12 to 25 millimeters in length, and they fly powerfully. They have 2 distinct orange-yellow bands on their wing cases. They can be recognized by the long golden hairs on their body and wing cases, the orange club-shaped tips of their antennae, and the shape of their hind legs. Nigrophorus vespillo. Beetles typically live on and lay their eggs near carrion, as they are scavengers that feed on decaying animals. In the case of I see the mouse, it has crawled in, gotten trapped, died, and begun to decay inside the bottle. Therefore, there's no point in so many beetles entering the bottle, as the carcass is already confined. I found him while I was mowing the lawn and had to move the little guy to avoid hurting him. He's brown with white spots on his back. Do you know what he is? This is the larva of Eumorpha acamon, a moth from the Sphingidae family. It's commonly found on grapevines in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. The larva is about 3 inches long and roughly 0.5 inches wide and tall. Its most noticeable feature is a false eye on the end of its body. Interestingly, it's one of the 5 main pollinators of the rare orchid Platanthera praeclara. I found this little guy inside my car today. It looks like he's wearing a crown or something. He's super fast. I tried to get him out of my car, but he didn't want to leave. Any idea what he could be? This is Phidippus pruinosus, a species of jumping spider found exclusively in Texas, USA. It typically inhabits dry, xeric environments and is often associated with juniper. The body length of this spider generally ranges from 0.04 to 0.98 inches. Unlike other spider families, Phidippus pruinosus has a face that appears roughly rectangular and is oriented perpendicularly to its direction of movement. This gives its forward-facing eyes a distinctive, flat appearance. The most recognizable feature of this species is its unique eye pattern. It has 8 eyes, with the most distinctive being the front row of 4 eyes, where the anterior median pair stands out prominently compared to other spider eyes, except for the posterior median eyes. My friend found interesting fellow during a rainy day of northeastern Florida. He was crawling, with a rather strange head and slimy body. Does anyone know what this animal could be? This is the hammerhead flatworm, also known as broadhead planarians, named for the distinctive shape of their head. These land planarians are unique because they have a creeping sole, a highly ciliated area on their ventral surface that helps them move across the ground. The hammerhead flatworm has a well-developed head plate that is much broader than it is long, with elongated lateral auricles. These worms are predatory, invasive, and aggressive, feeding primarily on earthworms, though some may also consume mollusks. To feed, they avert their pharynxes from the mouth, located on the mid-ventral part of their body, and secrete enzymes that begin digesting the prey. The liquefied tissue is then absorbed into their branching gut through ciliary action. If you encounter one, it's best to kill it immediately. However, avoid cutting it, as this will cause it to regenerate into more worms. The most effective methods for killing them are smashing them into a paste or dissolving them in acid. My son found this worm while playing in the yard. It's creamy white with a fluffy coat and looks really cute. Any idea what it could be? This is the larva of the laugher moth, also known as the marbled tuffet moth. It is commonly found on oak trees. The caterpillars, which are active from June to October, rest in a silken nest they create between 2 or more leaves. The adult moth has a wingspan of 38 to 48 millimeters. Its forewings are pale gray, heavily shaded with darker gray, and feature a black antemedial line, which is sometimes clearly edged in white. The postmedial line is black, scalloped, and also edged in white.